I have been making the best Zobo drink for more than 10 years now, but I've never seen a recipe so nice, so tasty, so healthy, so nutritious, just like this one. From the ingredients to the fruit selections to proper measurement to the best preservation, trust me when I say that this healthy Zobo will replace your carbonated drinks in a blink. So lovelies, welcome back to Kelsey Kitchen. Today I'm going to be taking you through the journey of my new discovery recipe on how to make the best and tasty Zobo drink that tastes way better than any fruit wine. It's going to be a well-detailed recipe, so make sure you do not skip any part of this video, and also click the subscribe button if you're new to my channel. It is absolutely free, so let us get started. So the first step is getting your Zobo leaves ready. This can also be called hibiscus or sorrel leaves. It can be gotten from any local market near you if you're in Nigeria. It can also be harvested and sun-dried if you have hibiscus flowers cultivated in your homes. For today's measurement, I'm going to be making use of 8 liters of Zobo leaves. You know how they measure it in the market? 2 custard paints. Yes, that is what I'm going to be making use of. So you take your time and pick out any sticks, leaves, or any foreign objects that may be present like stones. I had already done that behind the scenes, so afterwards you quickly wash and transfer into bigger pots. You can make use of more than one pot depending on the quantity. For this one, I'll be making use of 3 different sizes of pots. Please make use of very big pots while cooking Zobo, because once it starts boiling, everything doubles in sizes. So please make sure that once you add the Zobo leaf, you're still having excess space inside the pot. So go ahead and add water. For the quantity of water you'll be adding, it doesn't really matter, because at the long run, you can decide to add more water to loosen it if it's very thick, or leave it like that. So you can just add water that will be on top or above the Zobo leaf inside your pot. So what I'm doing right now is to share the Zobo leaf into different sizes, because I'm having different sizes of pots. Then I'll add water and allow it to cook. So while the Zobo is cooking, I'll be introducing you to the rest of the ingredients. And here comes our fruit. I have 6 big pineapples, very, very ripe ones. And I have 3 big cucumbers. You guys, you can't imagine how this Zobo will turn out. But before I proceed, have you subscribed to my channel? Have you clicked on the subscribe button in front of you? They're not going to charge you for it. The rest of the ingredients will be our ginger. I have about 5 cloves of ginger. I have the cinnamon stick. I have the cloves, and I have the Zobo spice in cola. I also have some beetroot fruits. You're going to see that much later. The next step will be to wash and prep my fruits. And for my cucumber, I'm going to wash and dice them into smaller cubes. For the pineapples, I'm going to wash and peel off the back, because we're going to be needing the back very, very soon. So I will wash, peel off the back, and dice the flesh into bits. Then for the ginger, I will just wash and dice them into little bits. I do not need to scrape off the back at all. So this is the after results. Everything was done behind the scene. Can you see my So I'm going to set aside and check on the Zobo. The Zobo has been cooking for the past 30 minutes. Can you see how this has doubled in sizes? I told you. So the next will be for me to start adding the rest of the things, like the pineapple peels. So I'm going to divide the peels into different parts, into 3 different parts, both the peels, the cinnamon stick, and the cloves, also the ginger. So I'll divide into 3 different parts and share. And it doesn't really matter how I share this into the 3 pots, because at the end of the day, I'm going to mix everything up and we'll be having just one Zobo liquid. Okay, so I'll cover and allow to cook for extra 15 minutes and this will be done. This is 15 minutes later. My Zobo is done. This is time for me to take out the leaves and the pineapple peels and the rest of the things that I added. So let us go ahead. So what I'm doing right now is to extract the liquid from this as much as I can. And I'll be adding water little by little to loosen and extract all the liquid. So make sure that you do not add too much water so you don't have a very watery Zobo drink. And another reason why I'll be adding water at this stage is because I didn't add enough water while I was cooking the Zobo, so it came out very thick. I need to extract as much liquid as I can at this stage because afterwards I'll be trashing this Zobo leaf. So let us proceed. I repeated same process for all the pots, and this is the liquid we're having. And now I'm left with these two big pots. I'm going to allow this to sit on a very low heat while I process the fruits. So for today's recipe, I'm going to be making use of juice extractor to extract my fruits, and this is two small or medium-sized beetroot fruits. I'd already peeled the back, washed and diced into bits. This is the diced cucumbers and the pineapple flesh. So I'll go ahead and extract. If you do not have a juice extractor, you can make use of your blender to blend and shifter if you want, or to blend and add it to the Zobo if you like. So this is what I'm going to be making use of because this process is easier and faster. You know, at the end of the day, we're still going to shifter the Zobo. So when you go through this process, you're just having only the liquid from your fruits. I don't want to incorporate both the chaff and everything while cooking the Zobo because it will make my final straining very stressful. While we proceed, let's quickly discuss the nutritional values of Zobo drink, especially this particular recipe that I'm showing you guys today. Firstly, Zobo helps to reduce blood pressure levels because it contains compounds like flavonoids and anthocyanins that helps to relax the blood levels. Secondly, hibiscus tea aka Zobo helps to prevent liver damage and flush out toxins from our body. Number 3 reason why you need to drink Zobo is because it's a good source of vitamin C and carotene that helps to fight against damage from free radicals and boost immune system. And traditionally, it also helps to relieve menstrual pain. So as you can see, I am done extracting and this is time to add it into the Zobo. I had to stir quickly, turn up the heat and divide the juice into 2 different parts and add it into the pots. Just make sure that the Zobo liquid is very hot. That is all you need. Just make sure that it's very hot, turn up the heat and add this into it. So once you add, you will need to allow this to cool down properly before you start to strain it. Yes. And while that is cooling, I will go ahead and add my Cola Zobo spice. I'll be adding only 1 sachet. I divided 1 sachet into the 2 different pots. I'm going to stir and allow it to cool down. I'll be giving this like 30 minutes before I start the straining process. "30 minutes later, I am back with the first round of straining. As you can see, my 2 big pots of Zobo. So I'm going to strain this using either a plastic or a metal strainer. So this is the chaff extracted from the first round of straining. Can you see everything that came out? This won't be all because I'm going to proceed to the second round of straining. At this stage, we're going to be needing cheesecloth or muslin cloth, depending on what you guys call it. This will help us to have a very fine liquid without any particles inside. So there are two ways to this stage, and I'm going to be showing you. So it will depend on the one that is very much convenient or comfortable for you. This I'm trying to show you is the round one. You're going to see the round two for this stage. So make sure that you keep watching. If you have any question based on what you've learned so far, you can drop on the comment section. And I hope that by now you've been able to hit on the subscribe button because you're going to love it here. So this is the round two of this stage. So watch me do the filtration. Whatever works for you, it's fine. Is it that you use this one or the previous one? So guys, please also make sure you maintain absolute hygiene at this stage because you won't be boiling anything afterwards. You know, most times when you boil, you're very certain that, okay, germs will be killed, bacteria will be killed. So at this point, make sure your working environment is very clean. Your working tools, utensils, your filtration tools, everything is clean. Wash your hand too, or use a kitchen glove. And for some people that will ask if they must use this chiffon cloth at this stage of filtering this, I would say for me, yes, because it makes my liquid turn out very fine with zero particles. But if perhaps you do not have this available, you can make use of the filtering tool we used in the first stage. But know that even after using that, you're still going to have little particles inside your Zobo. So this is the best. It's not even expensive. I think I got mine for 500 naira at the local market near me. So this is what we have. This is the final stage. There is no stage at all. This is the final liquid we got. And guys, this is the best Zobo I have ever made in the last decade. It tastes so good. And after making this Zobo, I was like, no, I'm not going to go back to my old recipe. I'm going to stick to this because everybody will love it. And if you be making this Zobo for commercial usage, you're just going to bottle this up, add your fine label, make sure your contact is on your label and sell. And guys, it is very, very lucrative. You can be contacted during big ceremonies to supply this if you know your onion very well, if you know how to follow the step by step. At this stage, I hope you enjoyed this recipe. If you have any question, please feel free to drop on the comment section. And if you ever try this recipe and it worked for you, it turned out well for you, please make sure you come back to tell me how you went down. And if you have any challenge making this, please also tell me. And for preservation, this Zobo can stay in your freezer for as long as 1 month. If you always have constant power, this can stay for even as long as 2-3 months in your freezer without adding any preservative. But if you want to add preservative, if you want to sell, or you don't know how the light in your area can be, please get a food grade preservative. You know those people that sells cake items at the market, just tell them to give you a very good food grade preservatives that you can use for your Zobo, and they're going to instruct you on how to use according to the quantity of Zobo you'll be making. Okay, and let me say that these 2 custard paint bucket of Zobo leaves gave me about 13 liters of Zobo drink, Zobo juice. 13 liters. Can you beat that? So with this, if you're making less or you're making high, you can be able to know how to calculate your measurement. And the 13 liters is not watery. It is very, like, I love the consistency of the liquid. It is very, very perfect for me. It's in between. It's not watery. It's not too thick. So it depends on what you want. If you want to make yours to be very thick, it's fine. But for me, I love it when it's in between. This tastes so good. If you start making this drink in your home, everybody will run away from carbonated drink. Let me tell you, just try out this recipe. Just try it. Even if you don't make this much, get maybe half pint of Zobo and use this to calculate it. Thank you so much for watching.